Hey everyone! Welcome to today's video where we are going to be talking about the legendary band, the Beatles. We all know that the Beatles revolutionized the music industry, but did you know that there are still some things that you might not know about them? In today's video, we are going to reveal 15 things that you might not know about the Beatles. 1. The band's name almost wasn't the Beatles. John Lennon thought about naming the band the Beatles after Buddy Holly's band the Crickets, but then changed it to the more punny and memorable the Beatles. 2. Ringo Starr wasn't the band's first drummer. In fact, a man named Pete Best was the original drummer for the Beatles when they started playing in Hamburg, Germany. However, he was later replaced by Ringo Starr in 1962. 3. The Beatles' first hit song in the US wasn't I Want to Hold Your Hand. It was actually Please Please Me in 1963. It didn't reach #1 on the charts in the US, but it was a huge success in the UK. 4. John Lennon and Paul McCartney were both left-handed, and they often played each other's guitars. 5. The Beatles appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show for the first time in 1964. It was a huge moment in the band's career and helped to launch their American success. 6. The Beatles held the top 5 positions on the US singles charts during the week of April 4, 1964. They were the first band ever to do this. 7. The band's famous Abbey Road album cover was shot in just 10 minutes. The iconic photo was snapped quickly by photographer Ian McMillan while the band walked across the zebra crossing outside of Abbey Road Studios in London. 8. The Beatles actually had a 5th member at one point. Stuart Sutcliffe was briefly in the band as a bassist, but he ultimately left to pursue a career in art. 9. The Beatles weren't always good at harmonizing. Their first few attempts at singing together fell flat. With tons of hard work and practice, they were able to perfect their harmonizing and create the iconic sound that we all know and love. 10. George Harrison wasn't always a fan of John and Paul's songwriting. When the Beatles first started, John and Paul were the primary songwriters for the band. George eventually started to contribute more songs to the group, but initially struggled to have his songs taken seriously. 11. The Beatles' song Hey Jude was originally supposed to be called Hey Jules. The song was written by Paul McCartney to cheer up John Lennon's son Julian after Lennon's divorce from his first wife. 12. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds isn't actually about drugs. Despite popular beliefs, the song was actually inspired by a drawing that John Lennon's son Julian drew of a girl in his class named Lucy. 13. The Beatles were once banned in Israel. In 1966, the band was banned from Israel for fear that their music might corrupt the country's youth. 14. Paul McCartney wrote Let It Be after having a dream about his mother. McCartney's mother, Mary, passed away when he was just 14 years old. The dream inspired him to write the iconic song about finding a way to move on after losing a loved one. 15. The Beatles were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1988. It was a well-deserved honor that cemented their legacy as one of the most influential bands of all time. And there you have it. 15 things that you might not have known about the Beatles. It's amazing to think about how much this band has impacted the music industry and how their music has stood the test of time. What's your favorite Beatles song? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.